I was working with a business consultant named Mark who was frustrated with his sales. He said to me one time, Jessica, I'm getting on these sales calls with incredible prospects. They're engaged, they're asking questions, they seem ready to buy right then and there. But then after the call, they disappear. It's almost like they went cold overnight. Now, when we looked closer, the problem wasn't that his prospects weren't interested. There was something bigger going on that was preventing them from saying yes before they even got on the call with them. And here's what I told him and what I'm going to tell you as well. Every time a lead goes cold, it's almost always because of one of three missing beliefs. And that is what I'm going to uncover in this video today, so you know how to spot those beliefs and you prevent your next lead from going cold. And before I get into today's content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if these videos are benefiting you and your business. Now, here's why it's so important to fix this. If you don't fix these three missing beliefs, your pipeline will always feel unpredictable. Leads will end up looking promising on the surface, but they'll keep going cold. So that means wasted time, wasted energy, and more revenue slipping through your fingers. And this is how you get stuck in that cycle of working harder and harder just to stay in the same place, hustling for new clients, but your revenue doesn't really move forward. But when you do fix this, that's when sales get easier. Conversations move forward, clients say yes, and finally you will feel in control of your revenue instead of waiting around just hoping that more people will book calls and say yes. So the first missing belief is that they just don't believe in your solution. People don't buy better solutions, and this is where so many business owners get stuck. It could be that if you present your offer to someone and they were interested before, but then they're kind of going back and forth and they're not sure, it could be that you're spending too much time focusing on the features of your offer. That includes how many appointments, things that they get, time with you, whatever it is that's involved in the actual delivery of your offer. And the thing is, people don't buy solutions. They buy what's going to help them relieve whatever pain that they're experiencing. And so if you have found that often you get someone on a call and you present your offer and they all of a sudden just don't seem interested in it, it could be that they just don't believe in your solution. So how do you fix this? Well, you could do one of a few things. You could certainly instead start showing the transformation and future identity. So instead of saying to someone who's coming to you looking to grow their business, for example, and you say, we're going to meet a couple times a month for 30-minute calls, and you're going to get this portal and you're going to get these documents and whatever it is, you can instead start talking about their future self, their transformation that they're going to get, their future identity. So instead of getting bogged down in those logistical features, you start talking about being a business owner that's going to close sales every time they get on a call, or that they never have to worry about where their next prospect is going to come from, or that they can finally be that successful business owner that they've always imagined that they would be. When you start presenting it that way, that's when people are going to get very excited and start to say yes right then and there. The other thing that you can do is show proof. Client stories, simple frameworks, or a before and after that makes the solution feel undeniable. So if there's that skepticism around, will this really work? And is this going to be something that I want? Showing those stories, those frameworks, those before and afters is going to help someone see themselves succeeding in your solution. And that's really important to overcome that belief that they might not be having at that moment. So make sure you go back and really do a quick audit. Have I focused too much on just the features? Have I gotten too excited about my own offer and I haven't necessarily communicated how transformational this is going to be to someone else in terms of what matters to them? Now, the second missing belief is that they just don't believe in themselves. And this is a big internal objection that is especially true when I'm recording this video in 2025. Over the past couple of years, so many people have bought so many things and they have been burned for one reason or another. And while it's not your responsibility to fix those problems, it is your responsibility to show your prospect that they actually are capable. Because before you even get on the call with them, they're telling themselves, this works for someone else, it's not going to work for me, or I've tried doing something like this in the past and it didn't work, so what's different now? Why would I trust this person? And so you have to be able to overcome those questions and be able to address those questions before they even get on the call with you. And the way you can do that is by showing relatable success stories. Now, I know a lot of business owners will use those kind of unicorn, really over the top success stories that sound amazing, but they're not really relatable. And so it's not going to help someone who's really thinking those things believe that you're going to be the one to help them. So go back in all of your client lists and think, who are the clients that got some really great results that prospects can relate to? And how can I show that in my speaking, in my networking, in my social media, in my emails, and even during a sales call when I can sense that someone's feeling that hesitation, they're feeling that angst about whether or not this is going to work for them. When you show those stories, that's what's going to get someone to say, oh, maybe this time will be different. Maybe this solution is the solution that I've been looking for and it just took me too long to find. Maybe this is finally going to be my moment. And they can see themselves in that success story. Don't dismiss the value of these success stories. I know we often get bogged down in the logistics of the features and how much things cost and how much, time they get with us. We need to show them again that they are capable of doing this thing, that with what they have now, the resources they have now, the skills they have now, who they are right now. And often that also includes within your offer, whatever it is that you're selling, whether it's bookkeeping services, chiropractic services, or consulting services, show a quick win. Don't necessarily make this something that's going to take months or even, potentially over a year. Show them that how they can get something quick right now. And that's when they're going to believe in whatever it is that you are selling. The third missing belief is, now don't take offense to this, but they don't believe in you. But I'm going to add the word yet. They don't believe in you yet. This is an external objection. So just like they have probably bought lots of things before and they don't necessarily trust in their own ability, like I was talking about with the second belief, this one's all about, well, why would I trust you to guide me? Why would I pick you over the hundreds of other bookkeepers or business consultants or financial advisors or chiropractors or dentists or whatever industry you're in? Why would I pick you over someone else who does the same thing that you do? There's an abundance of people out there doing what you do. So how do you differentiate yourself from your competitors? And what you want to do with this third one is, and this is why it's important that you do this before someone gets on the sales call. So you're building trust through visibility, through being certain, and through your results. And what I mean by that is you are visible, whether that's on a preferred social media platform, whether that's sending emails to your list, whether you're someone who does a lot of speaking, whether you're someone who does a lot of networking, whatever it is on your marketing. You really want to make sure, am I doing that consistently? Are people seeing me? Are people hearing from me? Are people building a relationship with me way before they get on a sales call with me? The second is being certain. And there's really no other way to say it. Being certain means that you're really good at what you do and you get really great results for your clients. And so this is being just masterful at your craft. And a lot of times, even if you're new, right, this will just take time. But the more clients you get, the more certain you're going to be because you trust in your process, and the more energetically that's going to translate through both in your marketing and in your sales. And you can see through all three of these beliefs, I've talked about how important it is to do this before someone even gets on the call, because then all the heavy lifting isn't just on that 30-minute sales call. You've done so much of the legwork leading up to it that by the time they get to you, they're like, well, I've been following this person. I like what they have to say. I really connect with them. I believe that they know what they're doing. I like what they're offering, and I can see myself succeeding in this. And that's when they get on the call and it closes at the end, and that person is super excited to work with you. So when you think about, okay, have I been visible enough? Have I been showing that I am masterful and really expert in what I'm doing? And if I haven't been, how can I start doing that when someone first comes into my orbit, when someone first comes into my world, way before they even get on a sales call with me? So at this point in the video, you might be asking yourself, well, I don't actually know which one of these missing beliefs is causing my sales problems. I can't pinpoint that. I have no idea. Well, you don't have to sit there and rack your brain trying to figure it out on your own. Just go to the link in the description. Let's get on a call. Let's do a quick audit of your sales so that going forward, you don't let any other amazing prospects slip through your fingers.